This is a Neko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome, Cinephiles and Cenobites, to the season closer, Wet and Rusting, episode 10. Season 2 is over. How about that? This podcast has survived 2 years. Thanks to the followers, the blockers, podcasters, friends of the show, the friends we've made, anyone we've interacted with, and everyone who took the time to listen to our content. Thank you. I'm your host, Annika P., the bringer of chains, the fucker of faces, Cinderella Hellborn, mother of Grendel, cheese-tasting hobbyist, and all that good shit. The boys Mox and Ono deliver some rave reviews and recommendations. Mox recommends the Netflix original Lost in Space and reviews the Korean action film The Villainess. Or is it a K-drama? Ono recommends the YouTube Red exclusive Cobra Kai and reviews the short film Attack of the Cyber Octopuses. Did I say that right? Mox and Ono give their year-end roundup on Schrody's ladder before listing their top favorite Harrison Ford movies for Ceno 6, and they don't include any Indiana Jones or Star Wars flicks in this one. Season 2 is over. 1 year still here is no more. 2 years, too much. Here's to Season 3. And to open up the show, Mox and Ono will review the latest installment in the Star Wars universe, Solo: A Star Wars Story. /tag configuration.
Alright, welcome to this /tag configuration. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Star Wars.
/tag, yeah. Yes.
Star Wars chapter, a new Star Wars
Olos.
chapter. Han Solo. Solo. A Star Wars Story.
They're making a statement.
Yeah. Simple title. Doesn't have to be something.
Good, because it erases the previous Solo in my mouth. And if anyone remembers the late 90s, mid 90s, that piece of shit with Mario Van Peebles, where he's basically Universal Soldier but black.
No, what was that one called?
Solo, yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay,
you don't. No one has to remember that. If you don't remember it, don't go look it up. You're safe now in ignorance.
Oh, okay.
Also, the reason it's shitty is not because he's black or Mario Van Peebles. It fucking sucks, and I can't believe it made it to theaters.
Oh.
But yeah, the new Solo is good.
New one is directed by Ron Howard.
Yeah, weird. He's like the biggest director, taking up the mantles of these side projects.
Well, and I think he was the replacement for
who bailed?
I forget who it was, but I think it was just creative differences, or so they say.
They didn't want to make an awesome movie.
The film is written by Jonathan Kasdan and Lawrence Kasdan.
Yep, he wrote part 2.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and didn't he direct, or did he just write?
I think maybe he might have directed part 3.
Yeah, Return.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I think he did the Big Chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually a big director in the 80s.
Yeah.
And his production company put out True Lies. What?
Oh, nice. And of course, characters created by George Lucas. The film stars, we have Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo.
Is he a Brit?
I'm not sure.
He's not American, though.
He is an American actor.
Oh, dope. Finally one for us.
We have Woody Harrelson,
Dope.
Amelia Clark,
Brit.
Donald Glover.
American.
We also have Paul Bettany's in here.
Yep, British.
Thandi
Newton, British.
Newton. We also have as Chewbacca, Jonas Suotamo.
Sounds Sole. I don't know.
A tall white dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And John Favreau is in
Afakasi.
here.
Who's the voice of L3? Because it sounded like that big girl from Game of Thrones, Brienne of Tar.
Oh,
But she's also in the Star Wars as Finn's nemesis.
oh, that silver stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the voice of
Voice of
L3.
her. And what is she known for? Why do I know that voice?
Some of her work includes
Video game voices.
there's a show called Fleabag.
Never heard of it.
So Han Solo, a Star Wars movie.
Yep.
excellent. The
Yeah.
trailer does not do justice.
No, but it does enough, I think, to get you in the theater because I
Yes.
was kind of iffy until I saw it. But also, it's a bit misleading on the scope of the movie.
Yes.
It looks like, that train thing on the mountain that looks like fucking Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
That's like the job.
Yeah. Right.
It's like one of the major sequences, but it's not the only one. I mean, this movie is fucking pretty long.
I called it the Bad Boys 2 of Star Wars movies.
30-minute car chase scenes.
And there's like three big
sequences,
action sequences in this one, and it is also, I want to say, the movie Star Wars fans wish The Last Jedi was. In a sense, because in everything you wanted to know about Solo or Han Solo, they pretty much summed up in this one movie. A lot of backstory on
Filled in, yeah.
previous stuff that was shown in like A New Hope. I mean, his character arc in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
is
it's
explained.
planted in his youth.
Yes, yeah.
That's basically been always his through line. He's always been that good guy. He wears that cocky facade.
Yeah.
But there's his cognitive dissonance right there. But I liked kind of what they did with the Emilia Clarke character. We don't know where she's going. It looks like she's positioned to be someone powerful on the opposite end of the spectrum. But she also has a nice kind of dissonance to her character, too, because she obviously feels for Solo and what they share.
Yes, for sure.
I don't know her name. Kira, I want to say?
Yeah.
Kira.
It starts with a Q. Yeah, they spell it Q''RA.
Oh, of course they would. That's right. That's how they do it in Star Wars land.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson's character, really cool dude. Like, he's
I
just
wanna
got
say
that
Walker, some shit. Anyway, irrelevant. Yeah.
Tobias
Tobias Beckett. Okay, there we go. I knew it was something like that.
Oh,
Noob Cybot.
but he's got that Woody Harrelson charm.
Yeah.
But I think they, like I told you before, like they did it like the Rogue One kind of approach where the actors themselves didn't have to.
Take any kind of vocal affectation. Yeah, just
create
their
some kind
natural.
of-
Yeah.
It's their natural state. Yeah. So Emilia Clarke is.
That's why
Emilia
Diego
Clarke.
Luna sounded full blown fucking Mexican in Rogue One.
Oh, yes.
But whatever. He only believed in science.
Wait, is this a Two Mama Zombie? Yeah.
I honestly still don't know what that movie is about. Anyway,
But yeah, Emilia Clarke is Emilia Clarke, and yeah, Woody Harrelson.
she's
just a
always
man.
lovable. And he's always lovable, too, even when he's kind of a cad. And he has that kind of shadow mentor archetype in this film.
Yeah. Yes, it's so. Without giving too much
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
because I feel like you need to go watch.
You
this
do,
movie.
you do.
Yeah.
There is, I mean, if you've dodged podcasts with spoilers, there are Easter eggs and there is a surprise in there for you, but it's not what you think most likely unless you're like super nerd. To me, the surprise was a bit baffling as far as timelines go. But
Yeah, so like in this movie, I was hoping, you get a placement of where this story
falls
lies
in the timeline.
in the movie timeline now.
But now I feel like we're running on a fucking Terminator timeline. Like there's all these multiple fucking timelines happening. Anyways,
yeah, I mean, you
I
gotta
don't-
just think like they're jumping planet to planet.
well, okay, he's trying to make this science thing, which I guess. But that's why I always like Star Wars more than Star Trek. It's more philosophy than science. But this does feel like it's setting up a nice little saga of its own.
Yes, and it's a nice treat. We are so lucky to be living in a time where we get a Star Wars movie every year.
Basically, how
Yeah.
spoiled.
Yeah,
I'm almost 40 years old. I'm just jealous of the kids growing up now,
Yes, but
except
that's
for
why
social media.
a lot of people are very critical of these movies because it's not what they want it to be, as opposed to just accepting it for what it is.
I mean,
And
there's
I'm so
enough
happy.
talent to fucking kick these movies out every year. Like, you want George
Yes.
Lucas to sit and do a one every fucking 10 years?
You know?
I mean, he can pass his vision on. Like, there's so much creative talent out there, so
Yeah.
let it come out. I mean, they're not all going to be perfect. I liked Rogue One, and I kind of love Solo. In fact, I was telling him
What?
after the show, I'd watch a 3-hour version where they include some of the information that they really condensed in the
Yes.
opening first act.
And what do you think of this incarnation of Solo?
I thought he was good. Couldn't pick up as many mannerisms of Harrison Ford with him as I could with Billy Dee and Donald Glover.
I see. Yeah, like in this one we get I want to say a different characterization of Solo because we find out who he originally was, and that kind of sets up the tone for who he eventually becomes. You know, and it's all I think in regards to his community that he surrounds himself in. You know, and that's why he's kind of a bit of arrogant, kind of not rebellious, but you know, he doesn't like authority.
Well, he's cocksure, I'll say that, but I feel like he hasn't reached the full-blown fake arrogance of Harrison Ford yet. I'm thinking that develops between his relationship with Kira. And I think that is kind of where we find him post Kira when he meets with Leia.
Yeah.
And that starts to become a thing, you know, why he's kind of a rakish dick to her, you know.
And he kind of puts up this tough exterior.
Yeah, distancing, really overtly cocky. In this one, I feel it's a more subtle confidence. Cocksure, to be sure, but more subtle.
And he is the good guy.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
As opposed to protagonist, he's definitely the hero. Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, it's very enjoyable. And this movie, it has a lot of backstory on just subplots in the original trilogy. So you'll definitely want to watch this because it's a good popcorn movie and a great installment, I think, in the Star Wars universe. And I want to give out. It does answer the question of one to the Han Solo legend. He shot first. Han shot first. That's for sure. And you find out why.
Yep. At the crux or at the climax.
Yeah.
Ish, kind of.
Yeah. So, Han Solo, a Star Wars story.
Definite go watch CC.
You heard it here.
Absolutely.
Go watch CC. Hey, how's it going? I'm Inofre of the Taking the Lead Media Podcast, broadcasting from the island of Oahu. Here on the podcast, I release weekly playlists of mostly punk rock and hardcore tunes, occasional ska and indie rock, all independent music local here in Hawaii, around the country, and the rest of the world. Just recently, I've also had guests on the show, including local friends and rock bands, to record label heads and distributors. This is an Apple podcast, so do please check out the show on iTunes. It's also streaming on YouTube, search Taking the Lead Media, and on Tumblr at oneshotsideshow.tumblr.com. Hit me up on Twitter at TTLM Podcast and say hi sometime. You can also stream current and past episodes on this podcast website, takingtheleadmedia.com.
On this next segment, Mox and Ono recommend programming exclusive to popular streaming services, here on Kicking and Streaming.
So, for this episode's Kicking and Streaming, I chose the Netflix original, the reboot of Lost in Space. If you are unfamiliar with the story of the Robinsons, they basically are marooned on some random planet on their way to their actual destination planet. In this timeline or in this future, resources and air is all fucked up on Earth. So they are trying to make, they put these missions together to colonize and habitat, I guess, a planet similar to Earth that is undeveloped and in the far reaches of space. So they happen to be scientists, and they sign up for this training program. Like everybody has to, I guess, apparently be like astronaut level to get in. So they're doing that. Shit goes awry halfway through or whatever. And the base station that they're all docked at before they make the final jump to the destination planet gets attacked by a robot. Or we don't know it's a robot until the flashbacks. But they are attacked. And these small ships just fucking bail out. And most of them are destroyed on the way to the nearby planet. Then we focus on the Robinsons. They crash land. And this planet, it looks like Earth, but it has such extreme seasonal shifts and microclimates. For like the first 3 episodes, they're dealing with problem after problem after problem, just trying to like band-aid and put fingers in dikes as new fucking plot points and shit spring up. And we almost lose some of the central characters like right off the bat. The first challenge is one of the Robinson daughters, the smart one. I want to say her name is Zoe, but I don't know. She gets like literally frozen in the ice water that their ship crashed in. And it was liquid when they crashed. 30 minutes or whatever it took them to surface and escape the shipwreck. The water is fucking freezing over. And that was actually directed by Neil Marshall, so it's really good. There's not much room to breathe or time for character development or any kind of thematic light to be shed until maybe about the 4th episode. But the first 3 are just bangers, and I would definitely check it out. It stars, and these are people that I like. I really am a fan of Molly Parker. She is Maureen Robinson, who actually feels more like the head of it than John Robinson, which is played by Black Flag's Toby Stephen. Is it Black Flags? Dark Flags? That show? The pirate show?
Yeah,
on
Black Sail?
Black Sails, yes. And he's really likable in this one. And he also does not have an accent. Then there is Maxwell Jenkins as Danger Will Robinson. And then the 2 sisters are played by Mina Sundwall and Taylor Russell. Also, it'll look weird because one of the daughters is a light-skinned black. They fill it in on like episode 9.
Why she is?
Why?
Black?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They put you in the box of like, if this is gonna be on your mind, why 2 white people can't have a black daughter? Why you need that explained? I think they put it on you to be like, fuck, am I that person? Do I just need the explanation? Can I just not just accept they're a family? Do I need to have it explained? But they explain it, like I said, in the 9th fucking episode.
Oh, wow. Okay. I feel it does deserve an explanation.
Because I'm watching, right? And she's the daughter that gets put in jeopardy.
Yeah.
She's also the smart one. She's the one that they like more, it seems like.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the ginger, the white one, she's kind of like the, what about Marsha? I forget Marsha's sister's name. But she's always crying. Jan, yeah, she's the Jan. She's always crying about. But she's pretty gangster, though. Like, she feels like I feel like she suffers from self-esteem issues, but she's fucking pretty gangster. She holds it together, and she's the only one of the 3 Robinson children who does not land herself in peril.
Oh, she's the oldest one, right?
She's the middle child.
Oh, her. So that's Lacey in the...
Lacey Chabert, yeah.
Oh.
This actress, I mean, nothing against Lacey Chabert, who's awesome. Yeah. I really like what she did with the character better. But, I mean, she had more time to space out the arc with 10 episodes versus
another
45 minutes.
She's like a teenager. So she's probably in that rebellious stage.
Right. Well, this one, too. I mean, the older daughter, the black daughter, she's only 18 or 19, but she's a doctor because she's a genius.
Of course. The Robinsons are.
And Will Robinson, I like what they did with Will Robinson. He is a coward.
Oh, wow.
He is so beset by fear.
You mean the dad?
No, the little boy.
Oh, okay.
The little boy.
I was like, well.
The father is actually estranged. I feel like he was some, I want to say Marine, but he was definitely military back on Earth. And come to find out that they were in the middle of the divorce when they found out that they could possibly qualify for this colonization trip. Yeah.
They were going to get divorced?
Yeah. Molly Parker had it already. Enough. This is my last enlistment. This is my last tour. You know, the kids is grown up already. They need you around. Come on, Black Flag, Black Sails.
Oh, wow.
The way they incorporate the robot is excellent also. And the doctor, the bad guy in the movie, Gary Oldman. Yeah.
Oh,
the way they incorporate her and her character, she's probably one of the most...
she's a woman in this one.
Yeah, Parker Posey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't call her name. Yeah, in the 5 that I did list. Parker Posey. awesome as always, and her natural kind of like really works well for the character because she is unlikable, but you kind of want to hug her. She's so damaged. They flash back on her a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
But it's really well done. It feels to maybe around episode 7. It's like, okay, hurry up, wrap it up. Let's get to the end of the season. Where are we going with this? But of course, season 1 ends with a cliffhanger ish. You want to kind of see where it goes. So.
As a story,
Mm-hmm.
do you think too much flashbacks is bad?
I generally hate flashbacks, dream sequences,
But that
drug.
explain a character's arc.
It would need to be necessary. If the arc or the context of the current situation could not be expressed any other way than a flashback, then it's necessary, and I would give it a thumbs up. If it's just to fill in like some cool shit, no, because when you flash back to something, you kill the forward momentum of the story.
I see. Okay. So, go on. Yeah.
Oh, but I was also going to say, if you're short for time and you need to develop, flashback is a cheap but effective way to do it. Like Lost, most episodes, flashback, right?
Not until season 3. Spoiler. And they go forward.
No. Okay, well, no. I was talking about device, not timeline. But yeah, I would recommend it. Do I think it's one of the stronger binges available on Netflix? Maybe not, because I watched it over the course of maybe 3 binge sessions versus a really consuming one. I'll just fucking 12 hours one shot, and this one didn't have that pull on me. Although I did watch the first 4 episodes. So, I mean, if you think you're just going to put the first one on and then crash out because you got to work early, no, you're going to be stuck there a couple hours. But definite, you'll watch CC. So what you got?
All right. So for my kicking and streaming, I have the YouTube Red exclusive.
I know already.
Cobra Kai. Yes.
That makes me smile, laugh, and cringe.
The series is created by Josh Heald, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg, and stars Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, Courtney Hengler, Zolo Maridueña, Mary Mauser, and Tanner Buchanan. Shout out to Mary Mauser, who's also in Freakish.
Oh.
She was the younger sister. And Tanner Buchanan, who I saw recently on the second half of season 3, Fuller House.
Oh.
Yes.
Who does he play?
He's the captain of the school's dance team.
Oh.
And
in Fuller House.
Yeah, and so Ramona is trying to
Ramona.
make the team. Yeah.
She's might be my favorite character on Fuller House.
Yeah.
With her fucking YouTube channel.
All right, so 34 years later from the events of the Karate Kid.
3 or 1?
1.
Oh, okay.
So this story is centered around Johnny Lawrence and Ralph Macchio. So it all goes back to that first or the last round of that championship.
Sweep the leg and all of that.
So he did the crane kick. And so we see present day Johnny Lawrence, played by Zabka, and his daily routine. So like anybody with a daily grind, we see Lawrence, in his routine, beer in the morning, bologna for breakfast.
Oh my God. So he's
a maintenance worker. Like he'll go to different houses.
He came sad.
Yes, and the challenges of working with clients.
Is it for one, is it martial arts related? For 2, is he the protagonist?
Okay, so yes. I feel like it's his story.
Okay, good.
Because then the Karate Kid was Daniel's story.
Right.
So now Cobra Kai
Excellent.
is Johnny's story. And so
now I want to get YouTube Red just to see that.
And that's why I asked you about story. Is too many flashbacks, or how many is too much, and is it necessary? And in this one, it's really important because we see one side of these characters.
Now it fills in the other context from something we're already familiar.
Yeah, well, it fills in like why is he like this? So it's kind of like Solo. So we get this like he puts up Lawrence puts up this really tough exterior. He was the school bully, but was he really?
Right.
And we see No, it wasn't. So one of the underlying themes and one of the more important themes of the original Karate Kid trilogy was, as a student, teachers say, student do. So these teachers have a really powerful influence on all these kids. And we see that how it was implemented into Johnny's life. And so,
Negatively.
Yeah, negative, in a negative light, right?
Well, I mean, nothing against maintenance workers, but I feel like if your opening montage of a character is beer, baloney, and then you're sweeping up shit, they're obviously trying to tell you this is not a champion at work.
Well, we see why he kind of went that way. It's a lot of a family-oriented kind of drama, and where it directed him as a character into his present-day life. And we see that, and because he wasn't always the school bully. Right. So, and we find out why. So, without giving out too much, because YouTube, they give you the first 2 episodes free, and you want to see the next 8 episodes, you gotta subscribe.
I feel like they're gonna get wise to people who watch Cobra Kai, sign up, and then cancel. Because that's exactly my plan, and I know that's your plan, and everyone listening, that is guaranteed your guys' plan too. I mean,
but if there's one reason to subscribe to YouTube Red, Cobra Kai is the reason.
I mean, I even want to see it more now because I had in my mind kind of the tone being more the Foot Fist way. Have you seen that movie?
No.
With the guy who wrote the new Halloween. Anyway, as kind of a sad guy who needs to pull himself out of the gutter. He's old and runs a shitty dojo.
So basically, that's what he does. He does maintenance work, and now so he's just spiraling downward. He's about to hit rock bottom. And the he almost literally does, and there's a chance, a random instance where he meets up with his original rival, Daniel LaRusso.
Oh, so he's more a guest spot than
Ralph Macchio.
Yeah,
he's in here, like he's second star. I guess second.
Oh, okay.
So he's a significant portion. So all the characters come back, and we get almost an equal amount. But again, this is Cobra Kai's story. This is Lawrence's story. But again, that rivalry is what.
Do we get the other 2 main henchmen? The one, I can beat him, coach. And the one, I'm sorry, Daniel.
Without giving out too much, I mentioned. But so, because Lawrence didn't open up Cobra Kai yet. Like that. It was closed down. So he reopens it.
Oh.
Yes. And the reason he reopens it is because it's almost like a role reversal. So now, you ever seen that movie with Rick Moranis and Tom Arnold?
Oh, Bully. I think it's just called Bully. Yeah.
So you know how when they grow up, like Tom Arnold's son is like the geek.
Right.
Rick Moranis' kid is like
the bully.
popular. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. So it's a new generation. So there's this kid played by Zolo. He's getting picked on, and Lawrence actually happens to be there, and he kind of does
the janitor. He's the Miyagi.
He's a Miyagi.
Okay, don't tell me anymore. I gotta see this.
Yes.
So there's that. Sounds so awesome. I love.
He reopens Cobra Kai, and in a sense, it's because you think Cobra Kai was
what it stands for is definitely rooted in
strike first, strike
no
hard,
mercy,
no mercy, right? And you think that would be good, but you got that strike first part where you're offense or you're not defense, and that's the exact opposite of Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi-Do,
right? The whole you fight to defend, or you train
karate. No,
yeah, but they still say karate. That's old school karate. That's what they don't say karate.
To me, I feel like, you know what? If you're a white dude, don't make it awkward by trying to go karate. Yeah. Just say karate. But just say karaoke.
It goes without saying. You know, it's
like,
in the
we know. Yeah, karate. You know.
So it's that role reversal, right?
I like that. Oh, that's dope.
Yes, and so and we get the whole. It's not. I wouldn't call it nostalgia factor, but just a lot of again like subplots that were kind of filled in Cobra Kai. So you explain Daniel's upbringing too. And
New Jersey.
Yeah, and so he also gets a pupil. But I don't want to explain
Okay.
who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tell me this, though. we know Johnny actually is a black belt plus in in karate in real life.
Oh, okay.
Does
I didn't know it really.
Daniel, because he takes a pupil, does his shit look any less whack? 30 fucking years. Please tell me. I know you had to go and run Marvel for a little bit, but did you learn any real karate in that time?
He's a good teacher,
but not so. The lessons are good, but
the lessons are excellent.
He wouldn't be like scoring no points at competition.
Because, because then as the trailer showed, he's a successful car salesman. The Russo Auto Deals, yes. So you see
in
how
Reseda still. They both still live in Reseda.
Yeah. No. It's another.
But California town.
Because they reference the Reseda. They're like, oh, the ghetto.
Torrance.
Yeah. And again, you see that one-sidedness because everyone views LaRusso as this kind of rich, kind of arrogant salesman. Like,
So that's the way they kind of paint it. Like they open on one of his commercials, maybe.
Yeah. You see that side of him. But we all know Daniel's upbringing.
We have the context.
We know. No, he was a single parent home. They were in the ghetto.
We seen this dude beaten up mercilessly, repeatedly. Yeah. He can't get a date without getting fucking punked.
Yeah. So that's why, again, going back to Lawrence, we saw this school bully who just kicked everyone's ass, arrogant.
Every time he saw LaRusso, he just had to.
Yeah, shitty to Elizabeth Shue.
I know. Elizabeth Shue. Right? Come on, guy.
And so we see his.
Is Elizabeth Shue? Does she guest star at all?
I can't say.
I'm still mad that she was not in Karate Kid 3.
Right. But
and Karate Kid 2. But I know they need a Japanese throw this actress. In,
so we know an underlying theme in the Karate Kid movies. Teachers say, student do. And I feel like it's now in Cobra Kai, it's parents say, child do kind of. In that kind of context and dynamic.
How long is each episode? Because I know there's 10 episodes. Like if I was to just watch it tonight, like 20 minutes
20
each.
minutes, 30 minutes.
20 times 10, 200 minutes. Oh, okay.
You'll get them. I remember when it first came out, that morning I watched the first episode, and I was like, oh, shit. Okay, second episode. Okay, now I'm subscribing. And I finished it the following morning.
All right. Well, I got my Monday planned.
I got the same feeling I saw after watching Fuller House season 1. I got the same feeling with Cobra Kai.
I feel like though there's a couple more extra layers because it is that flip flop.
Yes.
We get to see the other side of the mirror.
There is so much more. Don't believe the hype. Believe in me.
Is that your new slogan?
That's your new
tagline?
Believe in me.
I like that.
Believe in me. You will love this. And they bring up the whole Cobra Kai philosophy. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Pain does not exist in this dojo. Defeat does not exist in this dojo.
But do they contextualize it? Before it was about destroying your enemy. Now is it more a positive thing?
It's a positive because then all the Cobra Kai students were the ones who were picked on. So now they rose to dominance, and now you see are they still considered the bullies? Like, no, they earned their spots because they trained. It's I think in this light, it's kind of Cobra Kai is almost a positive thing, but Lawrence still has those demons.
And that's something his character struggles
Daniel
with.
Daniel brings that up. He has demons. He's still fighting them to this day, and so. In a way, he's trying to change in a positive light, but Cobra Kai is still that whole...
No mercy, no weakness.
Yeah, no weakness, yes. It's crazy. But Cobra Kai, yeah. If you're going to subscribe to...
really good. Why is this not a movie? Why is it YouTube? For YouTube to do it, everyone else passed on it.
No. So I think when the creators were pitching it, to different
everyone
services.
Must have passed on it.
Well, no,
YouTube outbid them.
It's not. I think YouTube was one of the first that they went to, and they're like, "You're not leaving this room until we sign that contract. We are taking this." Yeah.
Now you need to find couple more Cobra Kais, and you got yourself a fucking streaming service. Yes. YouTube. Couple more Cobra Kais. That's all it takes.
A couple more different programs. Put at least 3, and YouTube.
I am sold on this idea already. I've been fucking kind of on the fence about hitting that subscribe, but I'm gonna do it for sure. I mean, my
Ready?
Netflix queue is backing up, but you know.
You heard it here. Cobra Kai. You'll watch CC.
Welcome to Don't Go Down That Road Horror Movie Podcast with John and Rachel. I'm John.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are glad to be a Phantom Podcast Network member that you can find on downrightcreepy.com.
Downright.
Downright. Rachel, what do we do?
Well, we're a podcast that takes two horror films with similar themes, and we put them in a figurative fight at the end. So it doesn't matter if the movie was good or bad. It's just kind of based off character development / what we've just watched and made fun of.
That's right. We review. Yay.
Yay.
But we also get special guests to help us out sometimes, and sometimes we do special interviews with people in the business.
Yes.
We also do some reviews sometimes. It depends if we watched a movie we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But we do lots of things. And we love our listeners to always be involved. So we're always open to suggestions and opinions, I guess. S.com, or you can check us out on iTunes and Stitcher or even Google Play. But most importantly, check them out on Phantom Podcast Network on downrightcreepy.com. Rachel, where else can they find us?
Well, y'all can take a gander at our social media. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at DGTR Podcast.
That's correct. So, thanks, and we hope you guys enjoy our show eventually.
And remember,
Don't go down that road.
This next segment features a full-length movie review here on Secular Insanity.
So for my secular pick, I have the 2017 actioneer, The Villainess. It is a Korean film. Oh man, I am going to butcher these names. Directed by Byung Gil Jung, written by the director and Byung Sik Jung. Oh, I wonder if they are related. And it stars Uk Bin Kim, Ha Kyun Shin, Jun Sung, Seo Hyun Kim. I'm going to stop there. That's the first four build on IMDb. So basically, everything they show you in the stylish previews is true. It is Kill Bill meets John Wick meets La Femme Nikita. So it opens up with our main character, Suk Hee, played by Uk Bin Kim. I'm sorry, I just feel so bad if I'm butchering those goddamn names. Suk Hee storming the factory of some fucking, we guess, is a rival cartel. And she's just going fucking John Wick on them, murking motherfuckers left and right. We don't know why, but we know it is probably tinged in vengeance. And it is done from first-person shooter point of view. So all you see is her gun hands and her knife hands as she's fucking murking fuckers left and right, moving down the halls. They even end in a yoga dance studio for some reason. And we are returned to third person when she is tossed out the window. Actually, she jumps out the window and cushions her fall by anchoring herself on a big-ass dude who she stabs into the window that she jumps out of. Anyway, from there, she gets arrested and turned over to some like Secret Service type of agency where they make her undergo the La Femme Nikita kind of training, you know. She already has been trained in like assassin type shit, but they teach her like ballet and acting and I guess flirting. Acting comes a big part of the training because apparently that is the job that they dispatch the girls to do as a cover story when they live in regular society after they leave the farm. So anyway, that happens. Come to find out, she was involved with her boss from her last like mafia family, and he got killed, and that is the reason for the opening sequence where she's just killing motherfuckers left and right. Anyways, there's a lot of twists and turns, and you can't tell who the fuck is good because actually everybody is a little bit of bad, if not totally bad. It gets really heavily K-drama in the second act where she's returning to society, you know, to live her cover story and work her job as an actress. at the local theater. Like, I don't know why that's a cover story, but apparently the theater must be booming in Korea. So she gets into kind of a romance with her next door neighbor. And shit only escalates from there. You know, we start to see who's who and their true motive. The ending is kind of what the fuck, though. It leaves you with a foreign kind of ending, just a close-up on her face, and you're wondering, like, okay, what happens now? What was this all for? The Villainess. Definite thumbs up and a definite yo watch CC.
All right. Welcome to the Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast.
Oh, Dave,
episode number...
Dave, hold
What?
the phone there, man. This isn't a show. It's a promo.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Wait, a porno? With just the three of us?
Oh,
Well, I guess I'm game if you guys are.
no, you idiot. A promo.
Oh, promo. I knew that. I was just cracking wise.
Okay, can we do this now? Wait, looks like I lost my notes. What are we gonna do?
Of course, okay. Look, I'll handle this. All right, everybody. I'm Christian. You may know me from TJF13. This guy over here, that's Dave Z. You may know him from Banana Laser, The Skeleton Crew, the ABCs of Hidden Horror. And this guy over here, that's Brandon.
That's Brandon? That's it? That sucks, man.
Yeah, what the hell's with that? There's nothing else you can say?
No, not really.
Well, he's quick with a joke.
Or a light of your smoke?
But there's someplace that I'd rather be.
Who cares about us? Let's say something about the cast.
Okay, cool. We're the Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast. We review, dissect, critique, and make fun of horror movies, new and old.
Sounds a little bit cliche, but I guess it's okay.
Dave, why don't you tell them a little bit about some of our big shows, like the 40 Years of Horror, our top 50 slashers, even our classic format of pairing a new and an old movie together.
Yeah, and how I have to edit like 3-4 hour shows twice a month just because we watch and review so damn much.
Yeah! And how we do feature-length reviews, shorter length, round-robin reviews, top 20 topics, and a lot of fun interaction with listeners.
That about covers it.
All right, sounds good, guys.
I knew we could do it.
Tell the fine folks out there where to find us, Dave.
Oh yeah, Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast can be found on Horrorphilia.com, the Horrorphilia Network, LegionPodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere that fine podcasts are heard.
All right, that's a wrap. Now, guys, tell me, what's the deal with this porno?
Are you the caboose or the engine? Them's the jokes, folks.
This next segment features a short film review here on The Shortest Straw.
For this shortest straw, I have the futuristic retro cyberpunk sci-fi short, Attack of the Cyber Octopuses. I say again, Attack of the Cyber Octopuses. Just to be clear, the Greek plural form of octopus is octopods. In Latin, it's octopi, and in English, it's octopuses. So the film is written and directed by Nicola Piovesen, an Italian filmmaker from Estonia. The film is co-written by Alexander Zilchevic. So the year is 2079, and we're set in Neo-Berlin, a dark, multicultural city run by mega corporations. It's a mega city with skyscrapers, flying cars, ghettos. It pays much tribute to Blade Runner, and once you watch the short film, you'll see its influence. So these mega corporations are connected through a vast network that goes into cyberspace, in which users are frequently hooked in. It's an addiction, and apparently far more enjoyable to be a part in rather than real life, and it's a problem. And what helps connect all these networks are the cyber octopuses. And they are exactly what you think they are, octopus droids. The 8 tentacles must be very helpful. Implemented in 2077, 2 years later, things changed and now they're on the attack. So the film's protagonist is Maverick, a private investigator, and his team is Tina and John. So this attack happens kind of all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and Maverick and crew are set on finding out why these once harmless machines are now attacking everyone in Neo-Berlin. So it's a simple story with a beginning, middle, and end. It's action-packed to the core, futuristic, laser light show kind of action-packed, and stop motion. Lots of that.
The practicality of this short film is nothing short of pristine and pretty, for lack of a better word. The props in this short film are plentiful and the CGI at a bare minimum. And you see where the money went for this film. It was funded through Kickstarter and back in early February 2017 with an original goal of 18,000 euros. It went on to pledge more than 24,000 euros. The tone and atmosphere of the story is gritty, dark, rainy, a ghetto slump in a mega city. And it's sweet, not to mention the kick-ass 80s synth-heavy score in the background to keep the story moving forward. It's filled with retro-style props made to look futuristic in that kind of 80s style context. Retro computer graphics and filters. If the story doesn't grab you, it's the look that will reel you in. It's that very cool looking. Check out the trailer on YouTube. Search Attack of the Cyber Octopuses, and there's also a link to purchase the Blu-ray through there. The film is Attack of the Cyber Octopuses. Yo watch CC.
Okay, so be sure to come on down to necomedia.com and check out the indie horror film reviews by Meredith Brown. There's at least 2 a week, and a lot of them are from movies that have not even released yet and are exclusive to the site. They're awesome and informative, and it's introductory to a lot of unknown and just making the radar filmmakers. So please check it out.
necomedia.com.
Alright, this upcoming segment is the wild card segment in which anything goes. Schrody's Ladder.
Alright, well, welcome to this Schrody's Ladder. For
The last episode of the season, y'all.
yes, so we're gonna do a year-end roundup.
DC year in review.
So what'd you think about this year 2 of this podcast?
1 year still here. I liked it. I think we developed the show further. I liked. I always find it fun to kind of do our take on some songs we like that hopefully play to the theme of every episode. I think some episodes, we still are hitting epic status. I know we've been trying to work on shaving that down. Sometimes kind of help. I think we've seen better movies this season.
Yes. Yeah. Lots of a lot of material, a lot of Cenobites.
True. In fact, yeah. If anything, that has kind of grown exponentially versus we've really taken off in that arena.
Yeah. And less blocked accounts.
Yeah. Less social media
Although
controversy.
I ran into some accounts where like, oh, this person blocked us? That's odd. Okay. And that account had a blue check mark.
Really? What is the blue check mark means they're like what? They're verified.
Well, yeah, they're a verified account, but like who are they really? I don't. This person
I've never heard of the ton of blue check marks, but
so it's like okay.
Somehow they're in my feed.
Thank you to everyone who's been a guest on this show. You've all been wonderful, and thank you for your time, especially your time.
Hell yeah. And your interaction and, retweets and all of that, Fast Tuesdays and all of that on Twitter. That's really cool, that you're thinking of us. And we try to respond to as many of them as we can. Sometimes I'm drunk. Ono's very busy. He cuts a bunch of podcasts, and we do internet content too. So we try to keep up with all the love that we're shown.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we made some awesome new friends, but
yes.
I miss kind of some old ones. Like I want to touch base with Don't Go Down That Road. I haven't actually listened to their show in a while too, but I miss talking shit with with John.
Yeah. Oh, and I have no longer watched the Academy Awards or give two shits about that award.
Yes, I feel like yes, you don't, and For a lot, I don't either. But I mean, fuck, it's still the Oscars, bro. I won't sit through and watch it, but it still means something, even though it is
It means
trivialized.
nothing. It
Even
means
though it's
nothing.
trivialized. I mean, it's an achievement, even if you know.
What kind of it? No, it's tainted. It is tainted with politics. It means
Yeah, but
nothing.
politics taints everything.
Oh my god.
I also feel like, my politics personally are on a sliding scale. I think a lot of my views are just because, I find it too complex and I'm rigid in my stance, but I'm trying to be a little bit more fluid in my understanding of things and not just only look at it from my point of view. So sorry if I'm offensive.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's been a wonderful year in movies.
It really has. And last year was a great year too. So I'm like, continue the trend, filmmakers.
Yes, a lot of good indie stuff out there.
Even the bad ones this year weren't that bad, right? Like Pie Wacket. I know we tore that movie apart. Like, I'm sorry to the filmmakers. Like, we just were tearing that movie apart, but we still recommended it. And it wasn't that bad compared to some of the other movies that we've fucking traveled to the theaters and paid money to sit and watch. Like, I'll take Pie Wacket over fucking Passengers.
Oh, you mean Chris Pratt? Jennifer
The Chris
Lawrence?
Pratt Passengers, which we were excited about, and which I fucking fell asleep.
Nah, I'm still down with that one. Yeah.
Really? You still stand by that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I know you've overturned some of your rulings in conversation. Like you've overturned your yo watches and go watches. I've heard it. I've seen it, folks.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell is one of them.
That you stand by or
No.
that you overturned?
That I will overturn. and
I know.
not recommend.
Did I recommend it too? Or
No, you didn't. No.
Okay, good. Then I stand by that. It is a fucking piece of shit.
Oh my god.
And we saw that last year, right? We saw that in our first season.
Yes. Yeah.
I tell you what I want on next year's docket, though. I want Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, that
The Rodriguez
yeah.
anime.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I only thought of that because, Ghost in the Shell reminded me of an anime to movie transition.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
I'm excited for the Meg. Did you read Mary's email?
No.
She's trying to get an early screener of it so that she can write a review and we can post it on our site before the film even drops.
oh, nice. Oh, cool. We'll have to check it out. Looking forward to that one. Looking forward to the Predator.
I am too. I very much am.
Did you watch the trailer?
I haven't yet. I want to wait till there's more than one trailer, and I want to avoid everybody's deconstruction of it.
Huh. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, though. Yeah.
Shout out to Mary's band from Florida, Skin Harvest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jay Bird, Gemini.
Dave Gemini, and the rest of the boys. I think the singer is Adam, who we unfortunately didn't get a chance to talk with yet, but if you're in Florida or whatever, check them out. They dropped their single Sick, and they are working on Voodoo.
Yes, I think that's what it was called. Yeah. So that was year 2 in a nutshell. A lot of we met a lot of people, indie production companies.
We did. Almost Normal, Running Wild, Little Rascals.
Yes. And,
We actually love them. I mean, they are really nice people. Just down to earth people who decided one day, they wanted to make movies, and they did it.
And shout out to Isaac Thorne.
Shout out to Isaac Thorne.
Very active on Twitter.
Yep. Dude, this dude is so regimented. I mean, he has a catalog list of all the people that he likes and listens to, and he always gives them shout outs on, I think, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, he's very diligent, and the content he puts out there is awesome, and he's a really cool guy to talk to. I mean, if you ever see one of his tweets or a retweet of him, you should fucking hit him up.
For sure. And yeah, well, we hope to produce more quality content in season 3. We have a few stuff coming out in the summer. Some
We
guests.
We do.
And interview. More interviews,
interviews.
yeah.
Shout out to the homies at Neko Media, Tommy Otterman, Mary Brown, Jesus Boswell, and of course Danny S. Warren, who right now is actively working on his beat sheet trying to get The Inhabitant
S.
done.
Preston Esquire.
And together we are Wild Stallions. Are they doing... Didn't you say they're making number 3?
They are.
Gonna be like old guys now.
They're like, yeah, I think it's yeah, they confirmed the third one.
After John Wick 12, probably.
Yeah. I think it's Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Dope title.
I'm wondering if this is where they write that song that saves the world.
Saves the world. I know they totally left us hanging. And by that I mean 20 plus years. They left us in the 90s on their fucking bogus journey.
Oh, right. What's the last song that they da, 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 da.
I don't know.
Rock and roll to ya. Give rock and roll.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I am not a fan of that movie or that series.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Well, yeah. That is year 2 in the books. Thank you for
sticking by us and listening. And a shout out to the homies in Brazil. He actually hit us up to argue on Twitter after I said something so inane and erroneous. He called me on it, and that was cool. You know, we like interactions, even negative ones.
No, but he's cool now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wanted to voice his opinion, and you know, he did that, and we were like, "Oh, cool, thanks, man. I disagree with you, but see, it's about having the discussion." You know.
Sure.
We gotta keep open lines of communications and share our views.
Yeah. All right. Well,
The discourse.
Here's
is
to
important.
season 3, y'all.
Yep. And Molelo Matters. I feel like I have to say that, you know.
What does that mean?
As a stories matter, culture matters, the history and past matters. It's relevant to the future.
Sure. But
I mean,
did this movie entertain you though first?
Right.
And then story comes in.
And then story, right. Well, I meant it as, you know what I meant.
No, I know.
Because I'm like super ethnic now, so I'm like with my roots and my people, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Everything's important to me now, apparently.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll speak on more movies like that in season 3.
Well, somebody's got to watch Kuliana and say, you'll probably just say you liked it, even if it's fucking rubbish.
Did you watch it?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I refuse to pay fucking Kahala prices to watch this movie that I know I'm not going to, it's not sacred fucking deer. I know that.
Oh, okay.
That is a fucking wait for homie got a burnt copy of it. No, but I was going to say, you actually, this season, I feel like you gave a no watch to more movies than season 1.
Yeah. But see, I like reviewing them again, and then I'm like, those are right. Like, I really dig Passengers. This is such a good movie.
I mean, we'll be here for hours going back and forth with our discourse on that. But we have no middle ground. I mean, and we designed it that way, right? So, I mean, a meh film, you got to give it the no watch.
No watch. Well, season 3, see you in August. Peace.
Peace.
All right, time for intermission. And just so you don't forget who you're listening to, let me remind you with this. We are Alright, this is the final segment of the show. It features the top 6 of whatever category Mox and Ono choose. Here Seno 6.
The box. We came. Now you must come with us. Taste our pleasures.
All right, welcome. On this Seno 6, we will be listing our top 6 Harrison Ford flicks, not including Indiana Jones movies.
Indiana Jones
and Star Wars.
And Star Wars.
Anything Star Wars. So
Yeah.
I found that a little bit tricky because then I had to dive deep.
Me too.
It's like,
Right. We have
what?
to go into the repertoire.
Okay. Oh, you got Jack Ryan movies. We got President
right.
movies. That's about it. Oh, but I did find some movies that I did see, and some I just had to kind of throw on there. But yeah. So we'll see how this goes. But before we get started, if you hear this, our picks are different.
And if you hear this, it means our picks are the same. Top 6 Harrison Ford films, go!
All right. So at my number 6,
Numero
I have What Lies Beneath.
I know, you're like a proponent of that film, and apparently you're not alone. I think I am in the minority of people who just did not like that movie.
I remember renting it from Long's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was on tape.
Do they still rent videos? Anyway?
No.
Like, at all? DVDs, nothing?
No.
It's all Redbox. Okay.
Yeah. And I was scared.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Like,
I
you
was
said
reading
Event
hard.
Horizon scared, right? Like, if you had to walk to your car, you'd be like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
But I was at home. Like, I had to turn the light on. Like, that's how scared I was.
Shit,
Like, I left it
that's
on.
pretty scared.
Yeah. So, and this
Damn,
was,
son.
it was different because, well, if you haven't seen the movie, too bad.
You had 20 fucking years.
Yeah,
so.
I know. 18. That's 18 years.
Like,
Harrison Ford is the bad guy. In this
he's the
one.
bad guy.
Yeah, and he gets what's coming to him.
Maybe I had trouble reconciling that fact, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's a surprise bad guy. He doesn't start off the movie as the bad guy.
All right, yeah. We find out like, whoa, this is like, dude.
It's it's revelatory and
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
It's a big
He's
reveal.
a fucking murderer. Yeah.
And this movie was parodied actually.
Yeah.
If it didn't make it into the if your movie made it into the scary movies franchise, you did good.
Right.
You did good. And,
Yeah, you made it into pop culture.
Yeah, you made it. But yeah, that reference about the red dress.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my number 6. Yeah, Harrison Ford, the bad dude. Hard to believe.
All right. Not bad, not bad. Okay, my number 6 I got, and I almost just read your list. Where the fuck am I in this? Oh, I got a weird ass movie called The Age of Adeline.
Didn't see that one. No.
Have not. I mean, I liked it. I don't know if I
Was
would
this like
keep it in.
early like 80s Harrison Ford?
No, dude, it's actually fucking pretty contemporary. It stars Blake Lively.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Blake Lively and I forget the dude, but he used to be on Game of Thrones anyway. You've never seen Game of Thrones, but it's about. I mean, there's like no science behind it, but so Harrison Ford falls in love with her as a young man. She disappears, obviously, because he wants to marry her, and she doesn't want to tell him her secret. Years later, she falls in love with his son unknowingly, and then when the son introduces her to his father, he recognizes her as Adeline, and then so it's kind of becomes a 3-way love triangle, or a weird love 3-way. It's a 5-way love triangle. It becomes an uncomfortable love triangle.
Oh, well, if a triangle has 5 sides, it's a pentagon, right?
Right. That's why, I said like a 3-way love triangle, and it's like,
Okay.
because, if you added 4, it would be a triangle with 4 sides. Anyway, I get redundant sometimes in my excitement. But yeah, so it's kind of magical, kind of whimsical. Blake Lively shows some range. She plays a woman who's supposed to be in her 80s and shit pretty well. There's some depth to her performance and the character, and I enjoyed it. So that's why it made my number 6.
Nice. All right. Number 5. I got Anchorman 2.
Wow, what a stretch. He's barely in that, right? Is he
Uh-huh.
one of the cameos at that climax scene at the end where they're all like from different
No,
movies?
it's not a. It's like a. I'd say almost supporting. Like
Oh.
he doesn't just make one appearance, but he's in there. I forget what like what he plays. I don't know if he's like a boss of to Ron Burgundy, but like he's like
Do you remember the Filipino reference?
like I don't know if he was like talking about a war and like and he brings up Filipinos. I'm like, all right. But no, like I think he's supposed to be like not a closet racist, but like you know how people like from that generation will just make remarks.
Just casual,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And like, oh, that was totally racist. But like it's in that context, it's like he's not trying to be, but it's just
Right,
like, he's
right.
very
That's
blunt
just
with
how,
his words.
that's the shit they say, like,
Yeah.
killed some slopes
Right.
in the war.
Or like, or he could be, I don't know, but like, you know, you're like, oh, I don't care. Like, I can't argue with this guy. He's just gonna say it. But yeah, for that part, it was just that memorable and I think worthy to be, or it merits a spot on the actual list.
Nice. Okay, my number 5, I have The Fugitive.
Up there?
Yeah, well, did it not make your 6? Because I was just gonna argue that I feel like number 5 sounds low for a movie as dope as The Fugitive. It's just that some of the other ones higher on the list resonated more with me than this story.
Wow.
You know, I've never been wrongfully accused of murdering my wife.
But him just running away and shaving in that bathroom, and he stole the
Right.
patient's food.
I actually feel like The Fugitive is the Tommy Lee character story. I mean, he is such a great antagonist, you know.
Right.
Tommy Lee Jones, Tommy Lee.
You think so? Tommy Lee stole the movie, then, right?
To me, he did. He is the more interesting character, and he's maybe not the tougher, but you definitely feel he has the edge, and I guess that's why he's the antagonist, you know. And we only appreciate Dr. Kimball because he is able to outpace this fucking badass U.S. Marshal who, you know, is like Hannibal Lecter of good guys.
Right. Do you know what kind of doctor he was in that movie? He was in like a.
I want to say something shitty like a psychiatrist or podiatrist. Like, he's not like a fucking cardiothoracic surgeon or anything.
But you saw
I
that
don't
house, though, right? Damn.
Huh?
You saw that house.
I
though.
know that house was mad fucking nuts. Glass everywhere, fucking
Yeah.
multi-tiered, and the dinner parties. I mean, these are fancy people.
Yeah, like it's crazy, like, cause I see that kind of like if he's nothing special, how is he making that much money? Like,
Well, I mean, you ever seen a psychiatrist? Dude, some of the wages that the fucking hourly they charge is just ridiculous, especially for like the rich neurotic people. They charge in like $500 an hour type of deal.
yeah, damn. Okay. All right, number 4.
I mean, that's for you to think about when you set your lawyer wages. You know, hit it with the fucking $5 an hour and shit. Consultations coming with 10,000 retainer. You know.
Like, oh man. Oh, I will see. All right, number 4. Cowboys and Aliens.
I'm sure it was a great graphic novel, but it's a farce as a movie.
It is, but I think the part that got me and why it's on this list was like why are these aliens on this planet? And like
It's like worthless, right?
The
At
guy
that
was like-
Wild Wild West point.
yeah, he was like gold. Harrison Ford's like, what the fuck? Like,
Like, why is gold valuable to
is that
aliens?
it? Like, is that it? Just gold? What the, you know? And yeah, I think I forget what it's for. I don't know if it was like a power source or whatever.
Oh.
For like they needed it, and like I guess apparently we had a lot of it, or there happened. I think it was a gold mine nearby. But Daniel Craig was pretty cool in this movie too. There's this part where he had to like uncuff the other dude, but instead of like breaking the handcuffs, he breaks the guy's wrist, and like he just takes it off and leaves. And that was kind of pretty like a not a jump scare, but like intense, scene. Cringeworthy for sure. Like it was and totally unexpected. All right.
Okay, for my number 4, I have the remake of Sabrina. I believe it's 1992. It's got Greg Kinnear in one of his first starring roles, and he's excellent as the younger brother who's kind of like a cad and womanizer.
Yeah.
But the main protagonist is the older brother, Linus, who's kind of got a stick up his ass.
That's Harrison Ford?
That's Harrison Ford, yeah.
Yeah, tell me this. I've seen the cover. I have no idea what this movie's about, though. I've seen it a million times.
Armand is on point as Sabrina. It's a really great love story if you can give a fuck about people who live on like the Hamptons and shit, and they run like, you know, multi-billion-dollar corporations, because it's basically that kind of Nancy Meyer-ish setting. But it's very good. I like the original, but I also like this one.
Oh, when was the original made?
Humphrey Bogart in the black and white days.
Oh,
I want to say 50s.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So anybody who can fill Humphrey Bogart's shoes in a remake without totally botching it, props.
Nice. All right. Number 3.
Trace.
Clear and Present Danger.
Mm.
Like, I loved it.
Really? When I saw it, you know, I was maybe fucking 12. I still have a hard time comprehending huge spy thriller plots. Like, I get fucking lost. Like, I get lost in the Bourne movies. Like, I'm like, okay, so why is he doing this? Why is there this epic fight scene? So I got lost. I missed the point of it.
Yeah. I think for me, the story didn't matter. Like you, I didn't get it, but there was enough action in that movie to keep me in it for the win. Now,
is this the one where he's trying to help out a special forces team led by Benjamin Bratt?
Yes,
he's trying to collect the intelligence because they're about to walk into ambush. Okay.
They were already ambushed, and like Michael Cruz, I think, is his name, the sniper. He was also in Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And he was in the one in Alien Resurrection, the Stefano.
Oh, is he the one? Training Day. You ever get your shit pushed in?
Yes, that is him.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah. And so like him and Benjamin Bratt are like, they're on the same squad, right? So.
Nice.
But there's that one sequence too where they're like trapped in that kind of not an alleyway but like a driveway, and they only have like their SUVs to like, you know, try to escape.
Battle it out.
Yeah, and they all got the Secret Service guys are just dropping like flies, but like this is Team America, man. Like they still holding out, man. It's like all right. And this was the first movie where like they said the title in the movie, and I'm like, that was such a long title. I'm like, so that's what they do? You gotta look for them. They'll say the name of the movie in the movie, you know.
The Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, okay. You know, it would be years before that made sense to me. The title, you know.
And I wasn't familiar with the Jack Ryan character either, because I didn't see Patriot Games, so I didn't. There's no connection. Or Hunt for October.
Red October. Like I didn't know they were connected until years later. And that piece of shit, Sum of All Fears, which is actually a dope title for a terrible movie.
Yeah. So, but this one I enjoyed. Enough action, and then I saw the Patriot Games later. Like Clear and Present Danger was a great follow up to that movie. So, yeah. I feel
actually now that you talk about it, I feel like Clear and Present Danger was more it tilted into the action genre as opposed to spy thriller, which I think Patriot Games more was like revenge spy thriller.
Yeah.
My number 3, we're going full blown action. Air Force One. You can't get a better bad guy than fucking Gary Oldman as some Russian Spetsnaz guy trying to like fucking free his fucking
commander
comrades. Yeah.
Right.
So he hijacks Air Force One, which is like impossible.
I know, and they did it. It's crazy.
Lots of heroism, lots of good. I mean, you got fucking William H. Macy as some Air Force, Major Air Force, Lieutenant Colonel.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
you got
Xander Berkeley.
Sounds familiar.
He played Todd in Terminator 2. The
Oh!
foster parent.
Right. Okay.
He was also in Gattaca. He was the doctor.
Oh.
That kind of hooked him up every time he did the urine test.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But this one is like
milk stab refrigerator guy.
Yes. Shut up, you fucking mutt. Thought you told that kid to get rid of that fucking dog.
Then you just hear the right?
What happened?
And then the camera finds it. Oh, sick. Yeah.
Let's see.
Wolfie.
And in this movie, like it came out in like what, the mid to late 80s, or not 80s, 90s.
90s, yeah.
And like it was like for a genre like action cinema that was kind of dying down. Like this kind of gave it a boost, or like there's still life in that genre, because then it's like, you got it's very patriotic against like a foreign enemy, like
right.
I mean, what are we gonna do? Like, and it's very like the whole that whole sequence with the fighters.
Like, sacrificing, stopping the missiles. Oh,
like he totally jumped in front of that
Patriot bone.
Yeah,
I know.
It's like, damn, like you did
Fucking
good.
Pulling on the Patriot strings. Yep. Air
Oh.
Force One, and Gary Oldman. Oh man.
Oh yeah, and like this is a president. Like everyone's like, whether it was your job or you take a bullet for this guy.
For him, yeah.
Like Harrison Ford is the dude.
He's the dude.
But I don't know about his policies.
We wish we had.
Well, the movie didn't give anything about what his policies were, so I don't. That was irrelevant.
It's irrelevant, yeah.
But we know it was good enough for these guys to do all that stuff, I guess. Yeah. So okay, yeah.
That character was deserving of The Office. So number two, The Fugitive. Hi.
Yeah. And this is one of those movies where it was always on TNT.
Right,
so,
right.
That's like how I saw it. In
You
clips.
basically grew up with that movie in the background and shit.
Yeah, so I don't think I've ever sat from beginning to end with this movie, but I've seen. I can tell you, I can't tell you if I saw the beginning credits and whatever, but like I've seen it enough times to where I get it.
Right.
I know the movie, yes. But yeah. I mean,
that actually was based on a television series. I didn't know that until years later.
And
we'd be way too young to remember those series.
But like, there was so much hype about it when it came out. Like, I always saw like,
The Fugitive, Harrison Ford,
and like,
and then there's the poster right with him running.
Yeah.
And then like the fucking I don't know, the strobing.
Yeah.
Behind him, like of his past movements. The Fugitive in red.
And like on HBO, they'd always talk about it, and like we'd see like commercials of how they made certain scenes, like the guy who jumped off the
reservoir.
Yeah. It's like, all right.
That's like the famous ass scene. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
Yeah. It's like, I don't care. It's like, all right. And he jumped. Holy shit. Yeah. Or like that, and then there's that scene where he shot like right by, or Tommy Lee Jones shot like right at his guy's, like right behind his ear.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's like, you could have killed me or whatever, and he's like, I think Tommy Lee was like, I don't negotiate or whatever. I don't care. Like, job comes first. It's all right.
The job is first with this man. Yeah. They have clearly drawn his character.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so you had that a little higher on the list than I did.
Oh, what do you got?
Number two, I got the 1980s film Witness, which I think won Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'll have to check that one.
A little Amish boy witnesses a murder, and a detective from the nearby city puts him into protective custody, only to find out that the murder was cops. So to get away from the internal fucking turmoil, he retreats into Amish country in Pennsylvania, where he starts a romance with Kelly LeBrock back when she was like, bam.
No way. Really?
Yup, and she's like an Amish girl, but it kind of it takes you into this world of Amish people, and you can see like all the thoughts or stereotypes we have of them are kind of wrong. Amish women can be coy, they can be sexy, they can speak in
or is it because
tones.
it's Kelly LeBrock though? Like,
well, yeah, obviously, I don't know how many Kelly LeBrock Amish girls are walking around, but I'm sure there's very attractive Amish girls. I mean, people, you're bound to hit percentages, right? But just, yeah. And it's kind of stifling because of her culture. They can't go full blown. He is an outsider. So it has a little bit of that feel like of The Last Samurai, right? The outsider, and he's like falling in love with and adopting the culture or whatever. And then we're thrown back into the murder near the third act.
You think she was married to Steven Seagal still, or at that point?
I'm sorry. When I said Kelly LeBrock, I meant Kelly McGillis, I think. Top Gun.
Oh.
Kelly McGillis?
So
I meant Top Gun, not
the actress in Witness is the one from Top Gun.
From Top Gun and The Accused.
Okay, now that just changed my whole perspective now. Okay.
But I mean, she's still very gorgeous, especially for the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And she's a very great actress.
Huh. Okay. I was like,
no montage to Berlin or anything, but still pretty steamy stuff.
Oh, okay. Did she take your breath away in that one? No.
Victorian, yeah. Well, your breath does get taken away, but not due to a montage.
Damn. Kelly LeBrock as an Amish person. Now, yeah.
Well, Kelly McGillis.
McGillis now is okay.
McGillis. I know, my bad.
That's a big difference.
It is. Very, very.
Oh, okay. That was your number 2. All right. Well, I'll still check it out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Very great script.
All right. So, before we get to our number 1s,
we have
your honorable mentions. All right. So, I'm just going to list them off.
Yeah.
Patriot Games.
Nice.
6 Days, 7 Nights.
See, that one almost made my list too. I enjoyed that movie, and I didn't intend to. I didn't intend to. I liked that movie.
I didn't like it at all. Like I had hope
and it
for
made the honorable mention. Is it just because you ran out of fucking Harrison Ford movies?
It was okay, grumpy pilot mechanic.
Right, with a romance with this kind of I want to say bitchy. There's probably another adjective better, but good.
Stubborn.
I liked yes. Okay, stubborn. I liked their push and pull of their relationship, but also I liked this movie because this movie turned me on to reggae. I grew up in Hawaii and reggae is everywhere, but I never liked it at all until I heard the "I Wanna Love Ya" and "Treat You Right" within the context of this movie at the credits, and I was like, "Fuck, that's dope. Who's that?" And then I get weird looks like, "Dude, that's Bob Marley." It's like, Bob Marley's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Then somebody hit me with the joke. Oh, it's like, fuck, let's go to the Bob Marley concert. I'm like, shoot, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, you got Time Machine. He died in the 80s or whatever.
Oh, man.
Thanks for the setup, assholes. But yeah, this movie reintroduced me to reggae. I like reggae music.
And K-19.
That one almost made my list too, even though all of the fake Russian accents were horrible.
Oh, it was okay, though. It was good enough to make honorable mention.
Good enough. Yeah, I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty dramatic, maybe a little melodramatic, but I mean, just list off the cast, right?
Yeah.
The fucking Oscar winners, Oscar nominees, power hitters. I mean, fuck, this movie is stacked. So, I have 2 of those on my list as well. K-19, Widowmaker, that made the list, and 6 Days, 7 Nights made the honorables. I also have Hollywood Homicide, which I know is a very stupid movie, a stupid buddy flick, but I liked it.
That's Ashton Kutcher.
Josh Hartnett. Yeah. I saw that at a point in time in my life where it resonated for me. I might think that it's stupid now, but
right on.
I enjoyed it.
Right.
So number 1s.
Number
no. Ding.
Air Force One.
Nice, respectable choice. Yep. Nice.
We spoke enough about it, but it's definitely a really good template for action cinema, 90s action cinema.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like character-driven action. I mean, it's plot heavy, but the characters are pretty badass.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, they are.
they aren't just, I feel like archetypal, like, oh, anybody. Here's
like
to the plot.
with like Gary Oldman, he's got there's justification in his cause, in a sense, like through his perspective.
Essentially, he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he just wants to break his guy out.
Look at it from his side. Yeah.
That's all he's trying
What
to
is
do.
he? Is he Chechenian? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
He's some kind of Eastern Bloc extremist. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, dope ass movie. My number one is just because I love this movie. It still makes me cry, and I can just watch it over and over. Regarding Henry.
I don't think I've seen that one. Is he like? Is it like Flowers for Algernon? No.
It's in that vein of kind of sappy and kind of sad, but it's hopeful sad. A high-powered,
mentally deficient.
Yes.
Okay.
But he doesn't start off that way. He's a high-powered, hotshot attorney who's like cheating on his wife and not fucking attentive or caring about his daughter. Then one night at a robbery, he gets shot, and it fucking cuts off circulation to his brain, where he loses a lot of brain function. Anyway, he becomes kind of I don't want to say disabled, but or defective. He becomes lesser brain function, whatever.
Sure.
But he actually becomes a better person because of it. He's able to experience a fuller life and a fuller range of emotions now with this limited capacity.
But do you think he's aware? Is he aware of all of that?
Like, it's just lower functioning. He's not fucking, of mice and men and shit,
Oh, okay.
Like the rabbit and stuff. He's not that far. He's just like, maybe a 80 IQ, 90. He's not a clever man.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta watch it now so I can place
dope,
judgment on him. How far does he take it?
Yeah, excellent movie. I definitely recommend that one, especially if you have not seen it again. Experience the richness that is Regarding Henry.
Well, in that regard, we hope you enjoyed this Seno 6.
Yes. I hope you go out and check out Solo and all of these Harrison Ford films.
Yes, do that.
And stick with us in the summer.
Peace.
This has been a Necomedia podcast broadcasting from the Blood Cave, part of the Slashtag Potter family. For myself, Annika Pussyfoot, Mox, and Ono, keep the lights on and check under that bed, because there's only one universal truth. No lives matter. That means you.
We have candy.